I've been with the Jacksonville Public Library system for just over 5 years. And I'm fortunate enough to have really created this program based on the inspiration from our teen poets. We have a lot of teen poets in the teen department, and they've been involved with us through the years, and they've inspired us. We hope to get this event going. Also wanted to mention that we're very fortunate because today we have a guest host, Ms. Tanya Smart. She's with us in the front of the audience. Tanya is the founder of the Jack's Youth Poetry Slam Incorporated. She can tell you a little bit about that, and we're very fortunate to have her here with us today. I also would like to thank Publix. They are providing refreshments for us after the show. I was very grateful for them to do that for us. One word about the event before I get going. We do ask every year that it's adult friendly. Please be considerate. We would not ever ask you to edit your work, but there are young people here, so we always ask that anything in the Jacksonville Public Library is appropriate for all ages. Is that cool with everybody?
Yes.
Okay, good. And one more thing I'd like to talk about is our Jacksonville Public Library Card Awareness campaign that we've had going on. Have any of you received a new Jacksonville Public Library card? A couple of you? Good. This is what the card looks like. Our slogan is my ticket to or your ticket to. And in this case, we always want to take the opportunities that we can to support our free services and our programs, and this is one of the programs. So throughout the years, we've had poetry events and things happening here at the main library and throughout all 21 of the locations on a smaller scale. For example, right now, for any of you teens out there, we have our annual teen poetry contest happening. Have any of you young people out there participated in the teen poetry contest? If you win, your work will be published in Voya, which is a pretty well-known youth organization. And also on a larger scale, we have system-wide programs happening like a new one, the Language of Conservation National Replication Project of Jacksonville is in effect right now. And that leads us to the next person who I'd like to introduce you to. We're very fortunate today we have our poet in residence, Ms. Alison Hawthorne. I'd like to invite her up to stage. Talk to you a little bit. I'll be back with you in just a minute.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Can you hear me? This thing is like tall. And I am not. Thanks. That's good. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy to be here in Jacksonville. I'm going to just say a little bit about this project because you all might be interested in plugging into it at some point. This project is a collaboration between the library and the Jacksonville Zoo. And it happened initially at the Central Park Zoo in New York, and poets worked there with the staff to put poetry up in the exhibit center. It was poetry from all the world's traditions. And the idea was that, you know, as we think about the crisis on the planet and the loss of so many species and the diminishment of so many habitats for species, people get so numbed out by hearing numbers and scientific data. And the idea was that poetry, as you know, since you're poets, speaks to the heart, and that we needed to have more of a message to the heart in order to help people feel that they could do something about the plight of the earth. So Jacksonville has been chosen as one of 5 communities in the country where we have a poet in residence, and I am the poet in residence. I'm going to be working all year with the library and the staff at the poetry, and in April we're going to have a huge event. There'll be poetry up all over the animal exhibits at the zoo. We'll have public events, and it'll be a big celebration for the community, bringing together writers, people who work with animals and care for animals, and everybody who cares for us to have a more sustainable future. So keep your eyes out for that, and I just want to encourage all of you who are writing, especially the teens, how important the voice of poets can be in the world, and, you know, giving a voice to those who are voiceless, whether they're people or other species that we share the earth with, is a really beautiful and important tradition. So please stay with it and bring your passion to this work. If you have a chance to go over to the zoo and look at some of the animals and write some poems to honor them, celebrate them, that would be fabulous. So I'm going to read you a poem, and then